It is it's Wednesday. Can't remember. Testing out the mic still. Seems like it's working well today. I am on my watch downloading my Spotify Wrapped top songs. Spotify released, top songs of the year. As they know it, they're wrapped for the and that should be good enough. Yeah, they released that today. And it gives me a whole new playlist of songs to get hyped to, particularly for my run, which we're about to do. So today's run is tempo 3 miles, 1 mile warm up, 3 miles at 7:10 pace, and then a half-mile cool down. And I'm tired of the treadmill, so we're gonna do this outside. There's snow all over the ground, but hopefully the roads are clear enough and not that slippery, and I can, just do my thing. And the cool thing is, if all goes well, this will be a 5K PR by really only a matter of seconds. Probably about 30 seconds. But yeah, I don't know. That's exciting. I've never broken 20, and I'm still not going to break 20 today. That's, this is not a time trial, so there's going to be a little bit left in the tank. But I think my fastest 5K right now is 22:36, which is a 7:16 per mile pace. So gonna be going a little bit faster than that and hopefully beating that. And I don't know, it'd just be nice to set a PR and see how close to 20 we can get before hopefully trying to take down that 20-minute barrier in a month or so. I'm on a training plan right now that has a time trial for the 5K coming up in mid-January, and that is when I'm really trying to go sub 20-minute 5K. But I don't know. We got some work before we get there. That's for sure. My mile PR right now is 6 minutes flat, and that was tough. Doable but tough. Couldn't imagine holding any kind of pace within the 6-minute range for multiple miles on end. So yeah, that said, we're doing 60 grams of carbs, 250 milligrams of electrolytes before the run. And it's such a short run that I don't even think it's worth bringing extra fuel. But I think maybe for insurance, I'm going to bring the 100 milligrams of caffeine, 50 grams of carbs, carb fuel gel, and perhaps take that mid-run, before the run. It's unclear. Yeah. This is what it looks like outside. But it's honestly not a bad temp. So we're on the 1 mile warm up, then 3 miles tempo. Let's do this. The things you gotta do for the video, man. My phone falls, I'm fucked. Great, it fell. Hey. Still out here. All right, we're about to start. Oh, it's hot though. So we're gonna leave the jacket on that sign right there. Yeah. My fucking microphone turned off. How fucking annoying. So, we're doing voiceover. This is me finishing the run.
5K, just about done. I was checking my watch to double check, the distance. Didn't want to cut it short. Overall, we did 3.14 miles. I was still holding my gel. I took the gel probably about 2 miles in, 2.5 miles in. So I was holding it at that last, like, 0.9 miles. Workout's done. Definitely felt like I PR'd, although I didn't have the official time. It was tough. Shit was tough, but feeling good. Yeah, so next clip, here we are, breaking it down. Okay, so breakdown. Ran 21:49, which is a PR. Yay! PR by like 45 seconds. Pretty exciting. First mile was 7:09, second mile 6:59, and the third mile 6:58. So overall negative split, and it was pretty tough, no doubt, but it's always cool to like do a negative split on what's a hard workout like that. And I find that in my races or time trials or really anything where I'm thinking about the pacing and the energy expenditure over time, I often do negative split because I come out the gate pretty conservative. So I'm just reflecting on that, but overall happy about the PR. She was tough, no doubt. She was tough. I spent the first probably half mile 30 seconds above pace. I came out the gate around like 6:50, 6:40, and when I looked at the watch and I was too hot, I was a little scared, but I overall just like, tapered it back and found a good pace around 7:15, 7:20 for a little bit just to like get the heart rate down, save some energy again. And then settled back into 7:10 for that 1 mile. We had some rolling hills, and the hills were tough, but nothing I haven't, dealt with before, trained for. Subsequently, we had some downhills about a mile and a half in, and we went back down to like 6:50 pace, but was really just trying to elongate the strides on such portion because it's like, downhills are good opportunities to like get good pace and make up some mileage without too much energy expenditure. So that was nice. Mile and a half. The roads are icy. I mean, there are definitely some portions like on turns, but in general, just trying not to slip, and because an injury would be worse than anything, you know. But luckily, had no issues. Coming around 2 miles is where I started to feel the fatigue. It's where I popped the gel shortly after because I could tell that my energy was getting lower. And around this time, it was definitely starting to like become a hard workout, you could say. I was, overall just feeling more tired. I took the gel, and in between breaths, it's definitely hard to get a gel down. It's when you're breathing so heavily, probably zone 3 or 4 at this point. And coming into around 2.3 miles, 2.5 miles is where I was like, okay, this is tough, but we can hang on for another half mile. It's something we haven't done before, and we're just gonna stick with it. So it's a matter of just swinging the arms, trying to keep as best as form of possible. But certainly, I did find that my form was decomposing in this little bit of time here, and overall, I really just like wouldn't let myself fall behind pace. So I maintained 7:10 pace roughly for that last half mile against all odds. And while it was tough, and like there were some moments like I was finding towards the end that like my muscles actually felt really fine. Muscles, joints, whatever it is, felt super fine. And it was often, my cardiovascular, like my heart rate felt really high, and my energy levels felt super low. So good sign that like, my top end speed is not the limiting factor here, but it truly is just my, my heart and my lungs. But pushing to that finish line, especially that last 0.2, 0.3 miles, is tough. I wanted to stop, and I just had to keep going with it until I saw, the distance I wanted to see on the watch. Overall, PR, pretty exciting. I do think there were some moments on the run where I thought, hey, maybe I'm feeling pretty good. This feels like I could go sub 20, on a perfect day. Maybe I could go sub 20. And who's to say if that's true? But I'm overall happy with the PR. Yeah. 45-second PR. We still got a minute and 45 seconds more to go if we were to go sub 20, which is quite a lot. So that'll be down the road. And now we're just going to do our half-mile cool down. We took a good long, probably 2 to 3, maybe even 4-minute break, just talking about, reflecting on the run and catching my breath. But we have a half-mile cool down to complete. It's probably going to end up being more like a mile cool down because I'm a little bit farther from home after having to go pick up my jacket. And yeah, overall, pretty good run, draining. The gel, I think, helped. Can't be certain, but really no pain. And I've actually been having some like joint pain the past couple of weeks, particularly in my right ankle. These past couple of days with my Achilles and like the tendons around in that area, but also just soreness in my knees. And I'm glad that they weren't flaring up on the workout portion of this run, but they are certainly flaring up in this moment. On the cool down, I'm feeling it's all the little things and the pains that you might experience on a run really hit you after the workout oftentimes, and in the cool down when basically things are over and your body has time to settle and think about what it's actually doing rather than like just focus on finishing the workout. So it's definitely feeling a little bit of pain, but nothing unmanageable, and I'm overall just grateful that these things haven't sidelined me from working out and just trying to better myself and run each day as is. Yeah, I don't know. We gonna finish this 1 mile cool down and we gonna get home. 21:49, 5K PR. We fucking hype. We back. Basically, cool down done. Breaking down the 21:49. I'm gonna skip this clip. All right. Good to be home. Workout done. Feeling tired but accomplished. And, a PR is always nice. Really, really can't complain. Yeah. Certainly some moments of doubt, but yeah, the work's done. Anyways, rest of the day, looking pretty chill. Gonna go to the gym, hit shoulders and arms, and overall just try to get a good pump. Maintain the momentum through the day and get some more PRs in the gym, hopefully. See you next time.